Welcome to the Centralpoint Site Wizard. This tool's designed to guide you through the process of creating a new microsite, or what we call audience within your Centralpoint enterprise. An audience may be needed for a department, division, franchise, or field office within your organization. These sites allow for all information to filter to those users within that channel, leveraging Centralpoint shared services. This means that information which has been previously tagged to all audiences will be present within your new audience when you create it. Once it is created, it may also contain records which are designated only for that audience. Audiences are hierarchical, which means that they may live within your organization's wireframe or family tree under others. An example might be an office in Paris, which may be a microsite found under France, which in turn may be tagged to your international offices under your main site. To begin, enter the name of your new audience in Audience Name. The system name will be dynamically rendered for you and will not be used in the display of your new site. Next, provide information, where it lives within your enterprise's hierarchy. Audiences are hierarchical, which means that they may live within your organization's wireframe or family tree under others. Next, provide information, address, city, state, zip code, and email address to be used for your new site. Finally, if you have a unique logo for your site, upload it here. When completed, click on Next. Step 2. In this step, it will ask you if you would like to reuse any existing style sheets in use already within your enterprise. Please select from either your primary site design or any which might be available in your gallery to be used for your new site. Also, within this step, it will ask for a new homepage. If you want a new homepage, select Yes under New Homepage and enter the homepage name and content below. Not to worry, you can change and edit this later at any time you want. If you want to reuse an existing homepage used by other audiences, select from either your main enterprise homepage or any other ones which might exist within your gallery. When completed, click Next at the bottom of this screen. Step 3. It will ask whether or not you would like to designate a new administrator for this new site. You don't have to do this right now if you don't know who the administrator will be, and we'll be able to do this later if you like. If yes, please provide that person's name, their email, and their password. These will be the credentials they will use to log in and manage their new site's content. The types of content they can manage within their site is controlled by the next question, which asks, select modules for your new administrator to manage. Here, you will see a list of all modules and can expand this menu to see them all. This allows you to give the administrator limited control over the different types of content within their site, or full control. Typically, master or primary administrators of the entire enterprise will retain control over the designs, styles, and administrative functions of any site, granting only the ability for a site administrator to manage things like articles, news, staff members, or events. So, it is up to you what control you want to give them, but may want to consider starting off in a limited way, as this will reduce their initial training. You will always be able to change this later in Administrators, found under Site Architecture. Additionally, the wizard will ask you if you want to set up editorial review. This means whether or not your new administrator's records will be immediately published to the site, which is no review, or whether you would like to route their changes to someone in which to review first, prior to that record being released to your enterprise. If you do not want editorial review, the default is set to none. If you do want to set up editorial review, there are two options: Website User or Master User. The Website User option will present you with a list of all users. This allows you very granular control over who is reviewing who within your organization. Remember, the person set up to review your new administrator could in turn have someone reviewing them. This suggests a multi-step, tiered review process before any record may go live. Again, you can change this later with administrators, and you don't have to have all of this information now. Finally, the Centralpoint Site Wizard will ask you if you want a friendly URL for your site. If you are curious what this is, this allows you to have shorter, friendlier URL versus the site name you have given to this site. Let's say you had called this new site Paris Field Office. Here, you may want to refer to it simply as Paris or PFO. This will give you a URL to refer to which is easier for people to remember and often used for marketing and communication purposes. In this way, if a user visits yourorganization.com/Paris, it will redirect them to the Paris Field Office, which is the proper name for that site. Again, you can always change this information later if you need to. Once you are completed selecting all your options, the wizard will create a number of records within Centralpoint in order to deploy your new site. Should you be curious where these records are to change later, they are audiences, administrators, and home pages found within site architecture, as well as design styles under design and URL redirect under admin and audience tree. Congratulations! You have just created a new site or audience within your enterprise. Below you will find the link to your new site. Additionally, you will see a sitemap, wherein your site will be located under its respective hierarchy. Your new site will now be found within Audiences, Designs, Homepages, and within any Centralpoint record moving forward, in which to tag content to your newly created site. Additionally, you may be interested to know that you can move your new site to different areas within your organization's hierarchy at any time, without disrupting your site, its URL, or the content in it. This is because Centralpoint has been built considerate of your organization's need to reorganize any time it may need to.